Hey you guys, welcome back. It is Clary Berry and I'm here today to bring to you the Divine Masculine reading. I am very excited. I had a couple of cards come out already. This is a general reading. Take it what resonates, ditch what doesn't. Remember that we can view these videos as the Divine Masculine side of our relationship or the Divine Masculine side of ourself and or. So keep an open mind, okay, as we move forward. And we're getting really deep, so I'm really happy about that lately. We're just going to dive right in, take what resonates, ditch what doesn't. I do have personal readings at claryberry.com. See what we got here. Coming up first on our Moon Oracle energy, your commitment is being tested. Oh, snaps. Your commitment is being tested, okay? Your spiritual commitment here. You're possibly between your twin flame in some way. Okay, I mean, it kind of is constantly in a way, but it's important now to know this and understand this. Okay, spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect, and you are ready to soar. See this purple energy here? This is about spirituality. This is about getting better, doing those processes of moving those gears, evolution, enlightenment. Do not hold back. The timing is perfect. You are ready to soar. We've got to be open-minded and see things in the new ways. The sevens and the hanged man. We've been getting a lot of these in the past couple of readings. Okay, definitely the spiritual side, the spiritual energy, this mystic, occult energy that we need to learn. We need to understand. We need to spread our wings and fly really with our knowledge and just understanding who we are, what the possibilities are of what that we can do. What where's the trajectory? Where are we headed? What is going on? What are we doing? People think we know, and we think we know, and then we have to shift. We have to make these shifts. We have to start seeing things in new ways. We have to. Okay, have to. But something's keeping us from doing that, and it's kind of, I think, this lack of hopping into, last of trusting. This is like really the fool energy at the edge of the cliff. Like, are you gonna fly, or are you gonna just stumble and fall? And roll down the hill, because either way you're gonna get there. you're gonna have to go there eventually. So you might as well do it gracefully and beautifully and of your own choice, rather than having to wait for the situation to force you to get there. This is life. We think we can just be safe in life. No, that's not what life is for. That is not what life is for. It is to grow and learn and evolve and get enlightened. Something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to correct it, okay? And again, it's this spiritual energy that needs to come out of who we are. We need to feel it from the inside. We can't just get it from the outside, okay? We're going to jump right in here with some, again, more overall energy, what's been going on lately, okay? We've got Ace of Stones. So again, oh my gosh, how many times have we got, you guys, the Ace of either Stones or Pentacles? So many times. Huge new beginnings here. Huge. We just talked about this again in the last video with DF. It is incredible the amount of change that is going on in our homes, in our work, in our, the way that we make money, the way that we think about ourselves, the way that we're being social, and our habits on a daily basis. The money situation, everything's changed. Everything's changing. Okay? We know this. But we are trying to, I think, stay grounded here. We're trying to stay grounded. We're trying to be our higher selves, but we're a little bit in this energy of maybe just having to wait. Just it's limited, following the order of things. We just have to wait. We just have to kind of accept it right now and try to stay comfortable, just try to be practical. And obviously we're at the homes and we have the foundation, that's the four, but it's kind of, what are we doing here? What are we actually doing? Okay. So again, there's a lot of belief systems that may be shifting in small ways, maybe in larger ways. Maybe it's life-changing, shaking going on. But there's definitely all this transformation, and nothing will stay the same. So even though we may be going through really hard times, just know that this too shall pass. And that's kind of just has to be our focus, is sometimes our focus is just getting through, but sometimes our focus changes to get to the future to help us get through. Okay? It's very interesting reading here. There's a lot of like different aspects I feel like coming through here. This need for spirituality is like pulsating and like really wanting to get out. Okay? It's just wanting to soar. It might be the Mercury and Pisces energy that's just wanting us. It's just pulling us to that emotional side and that feeling side and that spiritual side. And with our Venus and Gemini, well, which coming to Venus to Gemini coming tomorrow. We're in Taurus right now, Venus and Taurus. We've been in this more grounded, like energy where we just kind of want to be solid. We just want to feel that bond. We just want to, it's almost like we're holding on to each other. I felt like we were kind of just holding on to each other, saying, we know this is right. We know this is real. We're, you're here with me. I'm here with you. I feel like that's the underlying energy, whether it was being spoken or not. And hopefully it is. Hopefully we're working on that. And again, make sure and watch the twin flame communication videos I have. And also check out the shadow work, because when you're on top of your shadow work, then it's like, you know what to say, you know what to do. Everything comes out right how you want it to. Your communication kind of clears up. But we might be wanting to, again, just kind of do things in a proper way. I've been talking about order. I've been talking about schedules. I've been talking about like just kind of getting that it's like you got to conceptualize everything first, and then you can do it. A lot of times we just try to jump into everything. But when you're fixing up your room, you got to kind of have an idea of what you want before you start even taking everything down that it's already there to try to get it out. Because otherwise you're going to get through the process. You're going to be like, and you could get stuck. So it's kind of this just systematic processing of everything that is going on, and systematic processing of communication, So as we're moving forward, it is up to us, it is up to us to decide how we're spending our time with this, how we are, are we in pleasure or are we in pain? It's a choice. It's up to you. You can take something that is negative and turn it into positive. You have that power. You can take something that is like, you can take a mood, and people think, I get in a bad mood, I have to stay in a bad mood. No, like you can actually change your mood. I talk about mood boosters. Check out Twin Flames Talks playlist here on YouTube. It's on my channel. Teaches, really how to just snap out of it. You know what I mean? Just decide that you are wanting to feel good, that you want to have this adventurous, it's honestly, this kind of human sense is coming through, like survival and history, and it's all like just this weird sense that I can't even really explain, but it's coming through here with this 5, okay, with this 5 of mirrors, because we have to adapt, we have to change the way that we are thinking and feeling so that we can change the way that we are talking about things, the way we, again, it's our story that we tell ourselves, and we have to be versatile. We have to be ready to change. Okay, we have to have this kind of adventurous exploration of ideas, and willing to be a participant in this great, not even experiment, but it's just a great play, whatever this is, this great journey of life. We're in it. We're just in it, and we just have to say, damn it, we're in it, we're here. And you know what, I was listening to a video. I actually put it on my new faves playlist just today, so go back and check that out if you're interested. But I've been getting into I basically converted to Judaism. I've kind of become what I call a modern Jewish Christian, and it's based off of the early Jewish Christians who were here, the Jews that basically were with Jesus, around the time, like his family and his friends and the people around that, heard his message truly before it was perverted. That's what I believe. And so if you want to know more about that, again, let me know. I can do videos. I have another channel for that. I'll get you connected. So leave me a message down below, or if you want to email me, always feel free to send me email at claryberry@gmail.com. Okay. So again, we just have to do the best with it that we can. And that's why every day we have to wake up and we have to make sure that everything we're doing is good. We're taking care of the kids the best way we can. We take care of ourselves physically the best way we can, mentally the best way we can, emotionally the best way we can. And that is why we're drawn here. That is why you're here, because you're wanting to get better. And one way that we're doing that, of course, is our shadow work, looking at our ideas and the way we look at life, looking at the spiritual side of things. And that is how we use our spirit side. That's how we use our shadow side to, not our spirit side, shadow side, to kind of get this introspection and get this wisdom and knowledge. And it is analysis. It's funny because sevens are, and shadow work it's a great way to analyze things in different ways and be able to move forward. So again, check out my shadow work playlist, and also the program that I have at claryberry.com has shadow work in it. It's about the law of attraction, holistic law of attraction, shadow work, and inner child healing. Okay, so check that out at claryberry.com. So as we have, again, we are the authors of our story. We give the meaning to whatever it is. Does this mean that? Do you believe that? Why do you believe that? You choose to believe that. Your beliefs are choices. Okay, so again, it's like when you paint things, and this works with the shadow work too. This goes with this card right now is going with the shadow work because it helps you to kind of see. It's like, it reminds me of those when you do the ink blotter test. You like put the ink on the paper and you just smash it together, fold it together, and then you see what it says, and that what you see about that black and white image tells us something about yourself and your subconscious. That's kind of what we're doing here by playing around with these ideas in the shadow work and tossing them back and forth and saying, you know what, maybe that's true, maybe this is true, maybe the complete opposite is true. And it just is so you see this is this upward energy of this knowledge and this wisdom, and coming, it's like, whoop, that's what happens when you do it. You're like, whoa, oh. Like, this is taking something that isn't like your shadow it's not that great, it's usually judgments, it's usually whiny shit, it's like, oh, they're not doing this for me, I expect this from them, and a lot of it can be like that, and just different things for everybody, of course. But we're taking that vibration, we're noticing it, we're realizing it, we're taking control of it, taking responsibility of it, and then bam, we have raised the vibration. And that is that alchemy that we always talk about that is going on, that allows us to be whole. The shadow work and the inner work allows us to come straight to our person and not have a bunch of yuck, muck, gloopy glop in the way. It's sludging up our energy. We don't want our energies to be sludged up. If our energies within ourselves are sludged up, then of course our energies outside of ourselves are going to be sludged up as well. And that includes our relationships, because our relationships are a mirror of who we are and what we're doing. Okay, so it's like being really stable, in ourselves, being really practical, being, again, kind of like systematic, and we're doing this in schedules, and staying only this amount of this, and you're not going to allow yourselves to go off the deep end here. You're taking care of this area, you're taking care of that area, you're taking care of this area. Okay, using this wisdom to make your life better and make it all come into connection here. Okay, and it's going to be this balance that kind of comes out, and I think we have a lot of hidden strengths. So I'm going to just move right on to the next section, which we're going to look at any blockages to the union specifically. Okay, the last was kind of energy, overall energy about yourself and about what's going on, but we're going to look specifically at the union here. Are there any blockages that we need to be aware of? Okay, so again, something with the cooperation, I feel like it's a little bit lopsided. So the idealism of what the relationship means might be a little bit off. Okay, this is how we relate and how we work and how we're keeping working together and just keeping that balance, keeping that peacemaking, and it is kind of noticing. It's like it really works really well when you do kind of notice those hidden strengths within other people, but also with yourself. You can't give your power away here. I'm kind of seeing this again, this imbalance, and it's like somebody's being almost too diplomatic. It's like, you're kissing my ass here, or and like sometimes it's in playing these roles we think we're supposed to do certain things and be super, even over, peacemaking, overly nice, and then it comes back to bite us sometimes, when when it's like, we didn't speak up for ourselves and get what we really wanted. Maybe we feel cheated and then we cause problem, or maybe we just, we feel like the balance isn't right. Like we're giving more or taking, the other person is taking more. Okay. But really, again, we have to understand and remember that we're creating these thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Like we have to own those. And if we're expecting certain things, we're just going to see certain things, and we have to understand that. Okay. So if you're going to be imbalanced within yourself coming into the relationship, then that's what you're going to get back. So we have to be really careful about that. It's like a slingshot, like I said, what you put out comes right back. So if you're overcompensate, again, at some point it's going to be flipped, and you're not going to, we have to kind of open up. Okay. And we may be too, there's kind of this essence where it's like, there's some worry, and there's some like, the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and it's kind of blocking you from being able to look really personally and seeing what you actually want. Like there needs to be more of maybe a selfish focus here. Okay. Because to have the Star card come up, I mean, clearly it's like we need to manifest, we need to create, we need to visualize. But it's also, it comes with every little thing. Every little thing we do is pushing out our energy into the world. And that's what comes back to us, is going to either hurt us or heal us, and it all starts from within. So that's why doing the work is so important. And the holistic law of attraction is really important here too, to really enact that in our life, Okay. So we have all cups here. So the emotional aspect is our healing. Okay. The healing, the balance, the dualities here, this is coming from shadow work. This is huge. This is huge. We are the masters, of our own lives. We are the leaders. We are leaders for others. We are leaders in our relationship. Okay. Divine masculine, I think it's almost come to the point where everything that's happening and everything that's going on is obviously making divine masculine feel some type of way. Okay, but it's making them think, it's making them really think about what is fulfilling to them emotionally. It's like they're finally kind of getting in there and kind of trying to, it's like a kid on Christmas morning, like, wow, I have this gift and I'm starting to unwrap it. And that means that they're really immersing themselves in the emotional side. They know they need to. It's kind of like they recognize, divine masculine recognize that something was going imbalanced, with this relationship. And they do have that, they want that peace with their divine feminine. They want that cooperation. They want that teamwork, I think. And I think that's something that maybe divine feminine hasn't been able to fully give. And again, this is part of this commitment testing. For divine masculine, it was the question of, was he going to step up and heal this emotionally? And as you can see, I definitely think that what we're looking at here is absolutely divine masculine is getting, using this maybe Pisces energy to get out there and use your emotional side and feel that. Okay, excuse me, we have our Mercury in Pisces. So it's allowing them to kind of conceptualize the emotions. And you have to. The emotional state and the mental state is always working together. The inner works together more and the outer works together more. And the inner always works together, and that creates what you get, what you receive out of life. It's, to me, it's very magical, this creation process, and to be able to be a part of that and to not have any limitations. Our limitations here, you guys, this is like the sky is the limit. And I think our divine masculines in this collective are really understanding that. And that's why they're facing this commitment, and they're going to be, overcoming this and learning how to let go and learning how to surrender, to this emotional side of themselves. And, of course, as with everything, it is a process. You know, we're coming through, you know, with our moon in Leo here, okay, to Venus again going into Gemini Friday. You know, our mind is on what we desire. Our mind is on what we want out of life, what is going to make us happy. You know, in jarring situations like this, that such we've been in, it really teaches you like what you really want, you know, out of life and how you want to get along. Okay? So it is really important, and this is good because this is exactly what Divine Masculine needs to do. And again, for anything that Divine Feminine can do kind of while she's watching and while she's waiting is, again, to just help to raise this vibration of this whole entire earth by doing the meditation, by being as committed to yourself as to your partner. It's equal. After your relationship to the spiritual side, everything else is equal. So you and your partner need to be equal. Okay? And that's going to help you to build the strongest like foundation here. Okay? The foundation is kind of like whatever you can dream up. With, again, this Mercury and Pisces, our mental state is like dreamy. So we're able to dream up different ways to feel, and then we're following through, you know, with really this, it's almost like just a peaceful nature kind of coming over and saying, it's okay, and kind of realizing that these arts, these inner arts, this shadow work really is a way, it really is a hidden strength that we never knew that we had. And so it's kind of uncovering this is really amazing. And I think that it's something that everybody can do, you know, whether they want to spend hours and hours on it or not. You can learn it fast. You can enact it fast. You can really flip the switch quickly. And I think, you know, that's in the Divine Masculine is going to be finding, if he hasn't found himself in this state now, definitely this dreamy mental state. Again, their bigger picture is kind of like, might be kind of airy. It might be kind of flighty here. Like even foggy, you know, maybe they don't know exactly, you know, maybe it's just like this calm of peace has like come upon them, and it's giving them this chance to kind of go within, because their drive is really open-minded, because the Mars again is in Aquarius until May. So as far as our relationships go, and as far as our feelings go, you know, for these Divine Masculines, they are open. It's open-hearted. This is the time. This is why it's happening right now. It's a beautiful time. Okay, the Mars in Aquarius is allowing them to kind of allow, again, their passion to kind of bring them to this point. Again, that might be how you got here. I know how I got here, to this spiritual sense, to this understanding, this deepening. It was through the love. And I said that in the last video too. The love is a guidance system here. So to be opposed to it is to be anti-life, anti-evolution, anti-learning. And Divine Masculine can feel that. He's not going to say these things, but he can feel it. And he's wanting to, in whatever ways, personally for him or her, is getting into this submerging himself, because he wants to get deeper, and he knows he has to work on himself before he can get deeper. So if your DM is a little bit MIA right now, just visualize them as doing this. Understand them as doing this. Don't worry, don't fret. In fact, you want to match up with them, so you also want to go deeper, because the deeper you go, the better. To the bottom, you know? Figure it out, box it up, repackage it, get it out of here. It's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to guide. It's going to help. I can't tell you how much it's going to help. This was a really interesting reading, a really good one in my mind. I'm going to leave it at that. This also came out. This was the one card that was stuck in from the other ones. This is healing. This is emotional. This is deep. This is spiritual. We need to get spiritual. We need to stay spiritual. We need to stay on top of the world. We need to stay. This is how we do this, is with our intention. And our intention is to stay spiritual. Our intention is to keep things moving, keep things balanced, to keep on learning new ways to see things, new ways to deal with this, new tools. And our heart ultimately is guiding us to where we need to go. And we have that trust and that balance and that knowledge that our love is spiritual, that gratitude that we are in the positions that we are in life, to be here, to be sharing, to be healthy, to be loved, to be knowledgeable, to be any other thing that you are, that you're so lucky. It's like, count your blessings. Do not count what you don't have. Don't define yourself by what you don't have. Define yourself by what you do and what you are doing, and that is how it is. Everything, again, is melded together. Your spiritual energy is connected to your physical energy and to what you do and to what you say. So be careful about what you think, what you say, what you focus on here. Follow your bliss, follow your emotions, okay? Follow the love, and be sure to show it to yourself as well. And be sure to stay connected. Learn about the holistic law of attraction. Learn about the shadow work. Go to the playlist. Again, you can get a personal reading with the program. Put it together in a package, and you save money. Everything's very inexpensive. I'm here for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks.